I've never heard a song that had this combination of elements to it, like this. And it's really cool. Hey guys, Andrew Berg here. I'm a jazz musician and teacher. Welcome to this episode, Down the BTS Rabbit Hole. In this video, I'm reacting to a solo song by JHope entitled Mama. And after I've reacted to this, I will have reacted to one solo song from every member, which will be awesome. That's kind of a milestone that I've been trying to reach, just because every time I listen to a solo song, I learn more about that particular member, and it helps me appreciate them in the entire group even more. I've already read through the dual set lyrics, and what I pretty much gather is that the song is, well, about his mom, and more importantly, like how much he's sacrificed for him and for his family in general, to be able to support him, and just, you know, help him grow up in the best environment possible. But before we get started, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so we can feed the YouTube algorithm. All right, let's get started. Okay, this is such an interesting sound to this song. It's so creative and unique. The instruments, which we'll talk about in a second, sound very, very happy and kind of, like bouncy, if that makes sense, and fun. And the lyrics are very, like serious. So you have, a very interesting instrumentation. It sounds like a bari sax and a clarinet. Interesting. The clarinet is kind of that main part, and the bari sax, or baritone sax, was kind of playing that, like bassier kind of sound. I'm trying to think of how he, like, was able to rap over this. It's such an interesting, like, flow to the music itself. Anyway, I'm excited to hear more from this because this is so intrigued by it.
Hey mama. Hey mama, I'm sorry mama.
Those record scratches were so cool. And like, I'm listening with headphones right now, and they're going like panning like left and right too. Sorry, that was just really cool. That was such a cool like rhythm and stuff to it too. The song is so interesting.
이제 나도 어른이 되었대 나게 큰 걸음이 되었게 꽃이 되어
So I'll list a little more. I think there's more than just the baritone sax and the clarinet. I think there's probably an alto or maybe a tenor sax in there as well. That's playing kind of along with the clarinet, at least for part of it. Because I'm hearing a different texture in the sound that's not just purely clarinet. The most common saxophones are soprano sax, alto sax, tenor sax, and baritone sax or bari sax. And this is not going to be a perfect comparison, but just so you kind of know what they sound like and kind of how they fall and everything. I'm going to compare them to different members of BTS and their voices. I think that'll be kind of a fun thing to show the comparison. And by the way, this is not actually how the singers would be classified. Just want to point that out because none of them would be classified as a soprano. That's usually a very, very high woman's voice would be a soprano. So again, I'm not going off of it literally, but just so you get an idea of kind of the range that they're typically in. So soprano sax would be closest to like Jimin's voice. From what I can tell, he has the highest voice. That's what soprano would be. Alto would probably be Jungkook because I would say he has a similarly high range, just a little bit lower, and he typically sings in songs not quite as high as Jimin sings. The tenor sax would be probably more in like Jin's range. I feel like I usually see him singing more of like a chest voice, and it can get really low and it can get really high. And I feel like I was shocked, and again, Dionysus, Jin was singing some really low notes, and then later on was like in the screaming high notes, which I think kind of fits tenor sax. And then the baritone sax, I would say, is going to be V. And RM, when he sings, has a very low voice as well, so I could kind of put him in that same category. Just so you kind of know where they all relate. And I said the clarinet is probably in the same range as soprano sax. All right, cool. Let's finish up the song.
Hello, mom. Hey, mama.
Okay, that bridge was awesome and as unexpected as the rest of the song, honestly. It dropped down to this like halftime kind of feel. And just these like longer chords and stuff. And you hear him, it's probably the most emotional rapping that he does in the song, is in that section. The song, I'm sorry, I'm shocked by the composition of the song itself. It's so interesting. I'm like constantly just shocked at just the different layers that it has, and this is really cool. Wow, and just it kind of ends almost abruptly as it started too. I'm excited to see what it's going to do with this performance because again, it has such a like heavy lyrics with this like playful background of the rest of the music. I'm excited to see how he's going to perform this, what it'll kind of sound like and everything. I'm excited.
Trouble 2006년의 해 춤에 미쳐 on my heartbeat을 졸라매 매달려들 때 아랑곳하지 않고 띄워주신 꿈의 조각 빼고 몰라 지연만큼 보탬이 펼쳐있는 지름길 아닌 빚을 지닌 꿈의 길 문제 뭐니 결국 사들을 하러 갔어 정화로 내는 엄마의 목소리는 선명하고 변화도 그때 엄마의 강인함이 내게 변화 정말로 성공해야겠다고 결심하고 그다지 하나로 지금의 아들 love Hey mama 이제 내게 기대도 돼 언제나 옆에 Hey mama 내게 아낌없이 주시기에 느낌 못 기억해 Hey mama.
Okay, so one thing I liked about JHope's style of rapping, like a very kind of like playful kind of way of speaking or like rapping. Anyway, it gets so interesting for me to hear all these the different members and how like what they bring to the group and everything. And now that he is the final member I'm reacting to, it's so cool kind of seeing how he fits into that puzzle of BTS. And I think it's amazing too that they all have pieces to that puzzle and they all work as a group so well, because no one is doing the same thing as anybody else. So everyone has their own unique thing that they bring to the group. And yeah, anyway, this is a cool performance.
Hey mama, hey mama. Hey mama, I'm so real mama. 하늘 같은 눈에 이제 알았어 mama. Hey mama, so thanks mama. 내게 피워 살이 되어.
Okay, his dancing is awesome, and I wish that I could, in this short amount of time, understand what's going on in that like record scratches kind of thing, because it's really cool, and there's some rhythm stuff going on in there, which I just can't get into right now. Unfortunately, it's a lot going on in it. But it's really cool. I love the dancing stuff. Anyway, I just want to mention that. It's really cool. How it all kind of goes together.
분홍도 흐리고 PC방 브로드웨이 레스토랑 가족 위에 두발 뛰는 베테랑 실패는 성공의 어머니 그런 열정과 성심을 배워 wannabe 이제 나도 어른이 되었대 세상이 큰 어려움이 되었게 꼼수제야 그들만의 꽃길이 되었게 You're walking away Hey mama 이제 내게 기대도 돼 언제나 옆에 Hey mama 아낌없이 주시기에 거짓 못 기억해 Hey mama, not letting you down there, 웃으면 돼. Hey mama, hey mama. 세상을 느끼게 해줘. 그대가 만들어준 순간. 오늘 따라 문득 더 알고 싶은 꿈. Down with the most of the audio. 하늘이 그 most of the audio. 오직 나는 엄마 손이 약속. 그대는 영원한 나만의 쌍위 그 멋은 없다 하리요 하늘 밑 그 멋은 없다 하리요 오직 하나 엄마 손이 약속 그대는 영원한 나만의 플라시보 I love mom
I could tell he was getting very emotional in that section. And I know I haven't commented enough on the lyrics in this, and I'm sorry, I've been so distracted by just how interesting the music is. But it's amazing what his mom did for the family. Sounds like they had problems with money and stuff, and she was still supporting him so he could end up doing what he is now. Because again, I've talked about so much how like juxtaposed this song is, and they have a moment like that where it gets so raw and emotional. And I think for all the songs that I've listened to so far, this one has the most say, range to it. Not necessarily like his vocal range, but like where you have this happy, almost like, you know, you want to sing along to it kind of chorus, and then you have this like completely broken down section where you could tell it's so emotional for him. I've never heard a song that had this combination of elements to it, like this, and it's really cool. It's really cool. Choir. Okay, sorry, I just had a revelation about something. Okay, please follow along with me on this. It might take me a second to explain my train of thought. But I think I know why the instrumentation is being used the way it is, and it ties into the feeling of the song itself. Where you've probably heard the bari sax most often is in like Christmas or just general like holiday music. A lot of times people have very nostalgic feelings about them. Like when you enjoy, I'm going to take Christmas for example. If you're enjoying Christmas, a lot of times you think like, you know, waking up Christmas morning so you're going to open up presents, and you think of that as being like a child. So you have this nostalgic feeling towards that holiday. So I think that that sound of the bari sax is very nostalgic, like the holidays and like the music that, again, most people would hear it in. Now you put it in this song. This song is completely nostalgic, starting from the like tape recorder or like video recorder kind of sound at the beginning, like watch like a home movie kind of sound, and it's how he comes up from the stage, almost like a, you know, like a kid kind of growing up kind of thing. The entire song is about him like growing up and all these different things, and him remembering the past. So this entire thing is rooted around nostalgia, and now you're gonna have the bari sax in it, which I think has a lot of very nostalgic memories for people. Whether you think about it or not, it's in the back of your head. And it's so interesting. I could go on about this for a long time, and I'm sorry I've already talked a lot. But I think that's such an interesting way to add to that nostalgic feeling so the music matches the lyrics.
여러분 더 크게 1, 2, 3, 4 Hey mama 이제 내게 기대도 돼 Hey mama 약간 없이 다시 기대 Hey mama 나도 내게 믿으면 돼 Hey mama Hey mama One more time Hey mama
This drummer, whoever's playing drum set right now, is killing it. Like, they're going ham. It's awesome. I want to rewind a little bit just because that was such a cool fill that he did leading into this next part, or leading into this last, I think, chorus of this. Now it's like the full choir singing. This is awesome. It's such a good like homage to his mom and everything, and it's so good. Okay.
Hey mama Hey mama One more time Hey mama 이제 내게 기대도 돼 약간 없이 다시 기대 Hey mama 나도 내게 믿으면 돼 Hey mama
Sorry, the reason I oohed at the end there, that ending chord, I don't know what it was, to be honest. Which is what's intriguing to me, because I love when I can't figure things out the first time I listen to it. But the chords in the background, which in general have been following a very kind of like simple pattern most of the time, they were kind of ascending, going up, and it ended on a very like suspenseful kind of chord, which is really cool. Sorry, I'm just so distracted by that. Again, I want to point out the band killing it in that last section. This was a really cool performance. Even though he's talking about these like hard times they went through, I think it's nice to have kind of this like more anthem-y type song that he's doing, and just having it again be like a tribute to his mom, kind of. Thanks for watching. My name's Berg. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. And if you want to join this trip down the BTS rabbit hole, just please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you know how to next time I post. Till next time.